Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I fix my eyebrows every video. Um, my tongue is red because I just ate a popsicle, so don't think I'm over here like bleeding in the mouth. But yeah, it's just a popsicle. But thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is Jaylee's Corner, and this is my review for tonight's episode. Well, tonight's reunion of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. But first things first, as usual. If you have not done so already, please take a second and subscribe to my channel. It costs you nothing. It just lets you know when I have new videos up. And as I say in every video, I love new subscribers. So please subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Let's just start on this damn reunion. This reunion was a lot of things. The most thing that it was for me was aggravating. I just feel like reunions are supposed to resolve things. It's supposed to no, of course. It's supposed to like be you address things that happen, you talk about it, you get it situated, and there's some kind of conclusion to something. And I feel like nothing was resolved. I'm hoping that because it's just part one, things will be different on part two. I mean, it was a little bit interesting, but a little lackluster for my own personal taste. But let's just get started. Um, it starts off with them talking to Tommy about, her and her order of protection dealing with Jocelyn because Jocelyn Hernandez has a PPO against Tommy. So them two can't be in the same place at the same time or Tommy will be arrested, will re-arrested because she was already arrested the first time. Um, Me personally, I think that was a whole ass move on Jocelyn's part because you can't be this bad bitch and you fighting every season, you fighting every reunion, always fighting somebody, and then once you meet your match, you want to call the police and have people arrested. So for me, that was a pussy move. But Jocelyn ain't there no way. And they keep teasing this. We don't know if she's gonna come. She's supposedly on her way. I'll talk about her at the end of this review. So yeah, Tommy just saying that, she would not take back the situation or the altercation between her and Jocelyn that happened. It had to be at least a year ago because it happened before they filmed this. It happened after they filmed the last season. So it's been a while ago. So even the fact that that's still, being brought up, it's like I don't give a fuck. So Tommy was talking about that. People were insinuating that Jocelyn is not just mad for no reason. They're insinuating that something must have happened between um, Tommy and Stevie J, which is why Jocelyn is upset. Tommy does then admit that her and Stevie was in the Bentley and he showed her his dick. She then goes on to describe it. Um, I remember seeing his penis when it was a little sex tape between him and Eve years ago. And, it was shown there. So even hearing her describe his dick, I was like, you look that hard? Like, for you to keep saying that's family, why you look at that man dick like that? And then he then said, well, I didn't pull it out. She pulled it out. Why, when I don't get how stuff like this happens. My thing is, I'm never in the car with anyone and we cool enough for me to just pull their dick out or for them to pull their dick out unless we in unless we doing some things. So my thing is for Tommy and Stevie to be acting like, oh, it was just an innocent little thing of, she pulled my dick out in the Bentley. Why would you pull a beefcake out in the Bentley? Like, why did that happen? What was y'all talking about beforehand that made either one of you want a dick to come out? I mean, and for me, that was just, it was shockingly unnecessary. Unless you fucking that man. And she said it was pretty. It was pretty in the video that he did a long, long time ago, Eve. But bringing it up just puts more fuel on the fire that something between y'all two either happened, was trying to happen, is going to happen, could have happened, and you just don't want to admit it happened. But ain't nobody pulling dicks out for nothing. Even Stevie's dick Jock's dick, Scrappy's dick, Waka Flocka Flame's dick. Nobody's pulling dicks out for nothing. So it ain't no way the two of y'all in the car and some kind of way his dick is out just to see. People don't show dick when they, you don't do that as adults. Kids show, dudes who are teenagers show their dicks to girls as kids. Y'all two grown ass fucking adults. Grow up. So yeah, but Tommy is just on some, my wine coming out, my album coming out, and anybody who don't like it can check me. I don't know why Tommy's so mad at the world. And then people was like cheering for her as if she was like a victim of some sort. Tommy is a damn, I won't say she's a bully, but she don't need no help. She is perfectly okay with being who she is. So, and her attitude is always like rah rah rah, like she's always upset at someone. So that to me was just crazy. Because even when they went to the conversation talking to Tommy and Treasure, since they got into a little altercation on the show, and Treasure was like, "Well, yeah, when we went to the spa thing or to the nails or wherever it was going to get mani pedis, I was going to apologize, but when she walked in, when I said I'm glad you came, she was like, I'm not. And she was like, I knew she wasn't trying to have no good time. So, yeah, I got defensive. Yeah, it turned into the situation. And my thing is, Treasure is clearly not a fighter. Because when she got into it with Tommy, Tommy jumped on her. When she got into it with Dime, and then Dime jumped on her. And then even in the audience, before she even started talking, she was asking for security to come stand around her just in case someone tried to go rip that damn wig off. But my thing is, you can't be out here fucking people's husbands and thinking women ain't gonna crack your head. Because my thing is, it ain't like you out here saying, I didn't know a man was married and I ended up being with him. They have an issue with you because you admit to sleeping with men who are married and you know they married. Bitch, you don't have no goddamn rules, regulations. You don't have no rights in this situation. Sometimes when you are a woman who admits to fucking people's husbands, the repercussions of that is getting your face popped. And you should just stop admitting to fucking people's husbands. If you stop doing that, people wouldn't get upset with you. But at the same time, Tommy can't play victim like, oh, yeah, I'm not always, mean to people and I'm not always the person wrong. You is enough, so, whatever. So they had that whole situation. So to me, that wasn't shit to talk about. I really didn't even care about Treasure and Tommy's situation. The next thing they're talking to Dime because it was a situation at Tommy's wine thing, and they was bringing up Dime and Tammy have a little conversation, and Dime went on to say, well, it wasn't really about Tammy, more than it was about lovely Mimi, who was the, not to be racial, the Asian girl, but how she brought up that I was at Jocelyn's party or whatnot. And from that conversation, lovely Mimi jump up and she get all bad, Dime all pissed off, and they going back and forth, and Dime was just, Mimi is mad because she like, if you had a problem with me, why didn't you say nothing during the show? And Dime was like, bitch, we didn't film any scenes. I'm tongue tied. I think got my tongue frozen. Bitch, we didn't film any scenes together. Had we done it, I would have told you your voice is irritating and I think you're too loud. Now, me personally, I also think Mimi is very lovely. Mimi, the Asian lady, is very loud. And if you don't like loud people, she gonna aggravate you. And Dime said that she was like, you loud and you aggravating. I also don't like loud ass people. Not people who are obnoxiously you know what I mean. Damn it, the word I can't get it out. Too goddamn loud. How about that? At all times, like every time Mimi was on the screen, she was loud. She was either yelling or screaming. It was a lot. So I can get if watching the show back, that person can aggravate you. And then if y'all at the dinner and she's the one who brought up that you were somewhere, I guess that's how it can aggravate you as well. But I think lovely Mimi got all up and armed and all upset and wanted to fight Dime because she trying to get her a spot on the next season. If you have enough beef with somebody, you gonna get on the next season. I mean, that's how you secure your spot. To either have beef with someone or for the audience to just gravitate towards you, even if you're not really that um, entertaining, so to speak. Just like, how people gravitated to Jocelyn, they gravitated to Cardi B, they gravitate to certain people. So I think Lovely Mimi was trying to be extra, 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 have this beef with Dime because we know Dime's gonna be on next season because now she got her whole fiance and stuff, and that's gonna be her storyline. And she's friends with the other cast members. So I think that, Lovely Mimi was just trying to beef with her to make it be something pop on the reunion and something to go on into the next season. But it was funny as fuck because Dan was like, "Bitch, you ain't gonna make it over the table." Over, she called that bitch. She said, "You over there looking like a majorette, like you a high stepper." And then her and Carly proceeded to get up and do a goddamn majorette cheerleaders dance. Man, it was freaking hilarious. Which just got Lovely Mimi even more pissed off. So pissed off that she got her ass drugged off the stage by security. The one thing you always do when you're trying to make yourself loud and known on a TV show, get loud enough for security to stop you, but know how to quiet yourself back down so that they don't take your ass off the stage. Because her whole rant and raving in the back, she was talking to her goddamn self because you still going off and no one is there to for you to be talking to. You're talking to yourself. Never get yourself so riled up that you're taken off stage. That's less camera time, boo boo. Think about that next time. So I don't know if she would be on next season. I hope not because I really think it was too many people on the season who you didn't even really need this season. This season kind of was, it drug along with just too many stories, and the stories that matter they didn't cover enough. Um, so what happened else? What else? Yes, I look at my notes. Um, yeah, they was talking about the beef between Dime and Tommy from um the wine tasting and everything. And what I did not understand is Tommy trying to say she was mad at Dime, who kept bringing up Jocelyn, and she didn't like how Dime and Tammy was, arguing at her wine party because it ruined her party. Bitch, Tommy, you have ruined other things too. You have been, ranting and raving at other people's events. So my thing is, I hate when the bitch want to jump bad and cause your goddamn gone party to be a flop. But when they have an event, oh, you gotta behave yourself. You didn't behave yourself at nobody else's, party. Why they gotta behave themselves? And it was a fake ass wine party with like 8 guests. It wasn't even like, I mean, it was more like a little small, intimate gathering than a party. So, but you can't get mad as if, oh my God, you ruined my party. It wasn't really even a party. But I get you do want people to respect your occasions. But something pop off at every occasion y'all go to. So, I mean, that's the whole point of the show. So that whole point to me was like null and void. Um, it goes to Tommy and Carl. Everybody had an issue with Tommy. I just thought about that. Anyway, it goes to Tommy and Carly Red situation. Basically, because Carly Red was fucking Tommy's boo Scrap on last season. So Tommy was saying she was gonna get back at Carly Red by fucking with Jock. Now that's what she said on the show. That is what came out of her mouth. That she was gonna fuck with Jock to piss off Carly Red. So on the reunion, she gonna make it seem as if me and Jock are just cool. We wasn't really fucking around like that. He real, real cool, and I wasn't trying to mess him like that. I was just trying to um, make Carly think something was going on. Well, you can't. Well, no, you did what you said you was gonna do. Cause she kept saying, "Well, no, I ain't trying to fuck nobody. She already fuck," but you are. But you tried to. But you did. And my thing is, I wouldn't ever want to make another bitch mad by fucking her ex, someone she's already had. Those are her sloppy seconds, and people have already said that Jock dick is little. So I mean, I don't even know what's the point of even entertaining Jock. I mean, who wants to fuck somebody with a little dick, and let alone fuck somebody with a little dick just to get back at somebody else? I mean, who cares? And Jock, can't nobody tell me that Jock did not have a goddamn lace front bouffant on the top of his damn head on his reunion. I just can't even take his hairstyle serious anymore. Um, but yeah, Tommy and Carly just kept going back and forth, and it was just oh so petty. And even when they try to bring up, well, when did you and C's, start kicking it? It was like they were talking and no one was making sense. They were just talking underneath their breath to each other, Tommy and Carly Red, and it was just stupid. Then come to find out, Tommy fucking with Caesar now, or she was at least at his house. As Carly Red said, I was going to pick Caesar up because Caesar ain't got no car in Atlanta, which makes sense because he lives in New York. Why would he have a car in Atlanta when he can either Uber or have you come scoop him up? She said that as like shade, but I'm like, he don't live in Atlanta, so why would he have a car in Atlanta? He's smart, save money, duh. But anyway, she's like, yeah, when I went to go pick him up, from the house he has here, I was told that Tommy in the basement about to get fucked. And and Tommy like, yep, I was there. So now y'all sharing Caesar's dick. So Caesar done fucked Duchess. He done fucked the kitty cat chick. He done fucked uh his the damn what's the girl Sky's blonde headed best friend. He done fucked Carly Red. Now he fucking Tommy. I mean that dick been passed around. Let me not go there. But I don't get how adult women you are admitting to this is what you doing, and it was just stupid. So I mean, nothing even came from that conversation. Jock did say him and Carly were not trying to get back together. Carly said that too, just that they were trying to. Basically, they were just trying to fuck. I mean, I don't know how they were just trying to, bump uglies. Um, but that whole part. Let's get to the nitty gritty of whatever. Kirk and Rashida. I feel two ways about Kirk and Rashida. One, I think it is horrible that she is having to go through this on reality TV, so she's going to have to talk about it. So it's a very open conversation. I know she is very hurt because, it is a horrible thing when you know for a fact your husband cheated on you and y'all been together 17 years. Y'all got key. It's history there. That part I feel very bad. However, we not gonna act like Kirk is squeaky clean and it's the first time he's been involved in some kind of goddamn scandal. We saw his old bald headed, thick Adam's apple having ass when he was with them damn girls in that fucking hot tub back when he was with Benzino. So I mean, to me, is it surprising Kirk cheated? No. Because we saw what he was capable of when he was romping around in the damn bed with them girls. So it ain't, and one of them girls was Bambi, who is Scrap's ex fiance. So we can't act like he was just oh so innocent and oh my God, Kirk, Kirk is so no. He ain't perfect. Kirk done shit, and we know he done shit. I think the part, even when Rashida was saying, you know, when they brought up Kirk saying, well, we wasn't really on good terms, we wasn't really talking, we wasn't really having sex, and Rashida went on to say, in a marriage, especially after 17 years, you know, it's not gonna always be on, it's not gonna always be hot, and I completely understand that, because I'm a realist, and I know that in any relationship, whether it's boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance, husband and wife, after so long, eventually you and that person gonna bump heads because you're two different human beings. And she said, we had a communication breakdown, and he did not communicate to me how he was really feeling about how we weren't really meshing at that point in time, and he went out and cheated. I almost felt like she was making a bit of an excuse for him. Like, yes, we were not in a good place at that time, and because he didn't come talk to me, he went straight. Fuck that. I don't care if we ain't talking. If we ain't talking right now, you don't go take your dick out and put it in some bitch's vagina. That ain't what happened. I don't think there's any excuse for that. And I'm not saying that she was fully making an excuse for him. I feel like my feeling was, well, yeah, I am saying that. I felt like in some way, maybe not consciously, but she was still kind of saying, well, yeah, we wasn't in the best space, and this is the reason he went out and did that. She did say it does not make it right, but at the same time, I would have not even we wasn't on the best terms right then. No, we weren't. We wasn't communicating, and that's no. He fucked up. I don't care if you fucked up, Kirk, and fuck you and every goddamn Adam's apple in America. And so we do see how Rashida breaks down, and she's saying like, I said I wasn't gonna cry anymore. Kirk, she said that, it was a lesson to Kirk because he didn't think about his family when he did this because it broke his family up. And, she also said how she felt like, not only did you hurt me, but you broke me. And that's different. You can hurt someone, you can hurt their feelings by doing something or saying something dumb. But when someone said that you broke me, man, I've been broken twice. And it's the equivalent of having a nervous breakdown. It's a thing of when you are so hurt and traumatized by whatever happened that you're numb and you're just broken down until something or someone can build you back up, and it usually has to be you building yourself back up. So that part for me was crazy. Even the cast was crying as she was talking about that because they all know her. Even as Jock and Scrappy was saying, like, we've known them for years. They've been this loving couple, so it's so hard to see them go through this on television. The one part that I did not like, well, no, and there was also one part of Mimi, Black Mimi, not Asian Mimi, saying to them, you should work it out for the kids. Mimi, shut the fuck up, because that's the same bullshit that had you arguing with Jocelyn and sticking around with Stevie's ass for your goddamn daughter, baby Eva, who's so adorable. But you can't tell another woman, oh, work it out for the kids. That's the problem with some goddamn people. You can't work it out for the kids because if the parents are unhappy, the kids will feel that anger and aggression and that bullshit. Sometimes, no, don't work it out for the kids. That doesn't mean that y'all need to be together. Work out y'all personal issues, and if y'all can't be together as a unit, you can be great co-parents. But Mimi, Black Mimi, not Asian Mimi, shut the fuck up. Because you was waiting on Stevie for at least 4 seasons while he was still fucking Jocelyn. So you can't tell anybody, oh, you should work it out for the kids. Nah, bitch. Hush. Hush, puppy. So yeah. We then find out that the other people, Jasmine, the dope Rod, and the other girl, Kiana, I think her name is, was going to be on the show. And Rashida and Kurt kind of put their foot down as older cast members and said they did not want them there. And so they weren't there. I call bullshit because let's not forget, Kirk still has not taken a damn DNA test. And for me, that is the ultimate bullshit among bullshit. There is no reason that Kirk's thick ass should not have taken a DNA test. You can't say, well, I didn't want to do it on TV. What you could have said is, we did it once we aired the show, and we have the results, and these are the results, and we working on it. But my thing is to not take the test. You basically saying fuck your wife because your wife asked you to take the goddamn DNA test, and you still have not taken the fucking DNA test. So for me, that's why I say the reunion had no resolutions. Because how you talking to Kirk and Rashida about him cheating on her and then there's another baby and he still has not done the DNA test. I mean, I don't know how much more disrespectful as a husband you can be to your wife to not give her that answer. And then they were talking, and I'm reading notes. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not forgetting anything that I want to say. But I felt like them not wanting the other people there, what it could be because, well, they just want camera time. Well, y'all all want camera time because y'all all on a reality show, and you can't make it seem as if that girl concocted this story. Your husband fucked her. Point blank period. Kirk, you fucked that girl and possibly got her pregnant. If you would just have a DNA test and it can prove that you're not the father, and then you can be done with the whole situation. But until you face that truth of if that is or is not your child, it's gonna continue to be a storyline. They gonna keep having that girl on the show because it's a question of is that Kirk baby. Next season gonna be Kirk and Rashida show. Is it his baby? Because that's still the main fucking question. And it's weird because she was saying, I don't want to be on stage with that girl. As a woman, she didn't come to me and talk to me. I don't want to sit here and talk to her. But you're sitting there talking to your husband. And your husband is who broke that vow. Not that girl. That girl was wrong abso-fucking-lutely. You do not sleep with a married woman's husband. You don't sleep with married people. You just don't do it. It's fucking wrong. But you can't hold her more responsible for coming to you to tell you something that your husband didn't even come to you. And then she gonna say, well, that's because I'm more mad because she went to production with the story. She didn't come to me. Your husband also didn't come to you. Had your husband came to you first, no one would have been able to go to production. You could have went to production with the story, but because your husband left you in the dark, he set you up for this goddamn um bullshit of a mess. Your husband did that. That girl didn't do that at all. Kirk was paying that girl to keep her quiet. And when he stopped paying her, he wouldn't talk to her. Of course she went to the goddamn producers. Who I mean, not of course, that's not good. But yes, she did that. But at the same time, your husband made it so. Because your husband should have told you what he did. As bad as it was. Because my thing is, you finding out this way didn't make it any easier. It's still a fucked up situation. And it's still not like he could have kept the situation out of the media. I mean, y'all on a TV show. So for me, I just think that was stupid. And I'm just still pissed off that there wasn't a fucking DNA test. I invested a whole season, and I still don't have a fucking answer to my only question: who the daddy, Kirk? I don't know, and neither do they. And there was also a thing of Kirk just saying how he doesn't smash multiple women, bruh. No one believes that you're not smashing women because you can't even make me believe that you only slept with that girl one time. So Kirk, I call bullshit. Because you still were cheating, and that's why I always say there's a difference between someone who cheated and a cheater. Kirk is a cheater. He cheats. That's what he does. Kirk didn't mess up one time. He didn't accidentally fuck somebody when him and his wife was having issues. Kirk been doing shit for years, and they probably been having issues for a little while. And he just got caught this time with a chick who got pregnant. But Kirk is a goddamn cheater. I was gonna talk about the Cole Sierra Mariah shooter situation. I'm gonna give this a good 2 minutes. One, Mariah, I hate your lace front. Two, never marry a man named Shooter. Three, your husband named Shooter who was fucking your assistant named Mariah. I don't even care. I do feel bad because she did say, she didn't know that she has this shop, and now her employees are looking at her like, is it all for TV? And she's like, and he really, really cheated on her, and she does feel bad. So for that, I do feel bad for her. But the story, I don't care. I mean, I don't know why Shooter was on stage with his shirt open. To me, that was crazy. The girl, Mariah, bitch, shut up. You have no say so. But I did think it was hilariously funny when the girl told Sierra to say sorry. And she was like, to say sorry and get on her knees. She said, your husband was on his knees eating my ass. I mean, and my thing is, once you eat another bitch ass, ain't no come back from that. You can't cheat on me and eat somebody's ass and think it's cool. Bruh, after that, we have to get a divorce. I have to shoot you in your foot at least twice, and we can't get back. Ain't gonna be no. Me and you after you ate another bitch's ass. Nah, bruh, that's just oh my god, that's so fucking disgusting. But anyway, even the husband saying we was only messing around because it happened once, and she kept threatening to tell you, so I was paying her off, and I figured because I was paying her money, I might as well sleep with her too, and it went on for a year. I don't care. So that was basically the whole reunion. Like I said, nothing was resolved. It went off with them teasing that Jocelyn was there. There was some kind of altercation in the outside, and Stevie comes back in saying, "Yeah, she's here, and she wanted to only have Dime and I think the other gay girl on stage. She didn't want to shoot with anyone else, and this is an ensemble cast." This is what I was gonna say for Jocelyn for the end. Jocelyn, this ain't your show. In the beginning, they show her in a car saying she gonna do what she wanna do. She to start the show. It's all about her, and it's not. The reunion went on without you. I really didn't care that you were or were not there. I'm really hoping they don't make part two of the reunion all about you, because I think you need to get over yourself. If you can get over yourself, you can still be on the show. You can be as much of a Puerto Rican princess as you want to be. But what you can't do is try to hold up production as if you are really the star of the show. Bitch, you're not. You're not Susan Lucci. And this ain't all my goddamn children. You are just a castmate, part of an ensemble cast. And trust and believe if you're not on the show to give the bullshit ass drama, they'll just go to Tommy or they'll get someone else who is extra. You ain't the first bitch to ever go on the show and, act a fool. They'll get somebody else. What you don't realize is you biting the hand that feeds you. Because when you are no longer on a reality show, I don't think that no one will care. So, yeah. So, this is our review for part one of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta reunion. I will talk to y'all next time for the part two of the reunion. So if you have not done so already, please subscribe to my channel. Until next time, people, peace.